Okay, I'm going to tackle the front brakes on this Hyundai Elantra. Let's see what they look like, see if they need to be replaced. Okay, it looks like the frame goes all the way across in the front. So I just put the jack right in the center, jacked it up. Both wheels are off the ground. Now I'll go ahead and throw jack stands under it. I'm going to use a 21mm 6-point socket. Now I'll go ahead and remove the wheel. Leave the hubcap intact on the wheel when you take it off. Now let's go ahead and see if these come off the same way as the rear. Looks like these come off the same way as the rear. You got your 9/16 bolt here and one down here. And I'll go ahead and remove those. Bolts are out. I'm going to take the caliper off. So that came off pretty easily, and it's got a bigger piston in it in the back. Try and put it in here where it's not hanging on the hose, because you don't want that hose to be holding it up. The pads, yeah, they're movable. See if we can get one out and see what they look like. They're starting to wear down. Okay. See, it looks like somebody has ground that one down to make it fit. But these pads need replaced as well. To see how they're cracking. They're starting to get broken up. And I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and replace these. Well, the back one, it's pretty far gone. So yeah, you can see that squeaker. It was almost right there. So it was going to start digging into my rotor, so it's a good thing I've checked these. So I'll go ahead and go up and get new ones and replace these. Now, since the rotors don't need to be replaced, I'm going to go ahead and start putting these brakes back on. First, I'm going to go ahead and take these things right here off, because I want to replace these since I got new ones. Just take a screwdriver, put it in there, and just pop them off. They should fall right out. Clean these off real good. Those look all right. Let me get this back out of the way a little further. There we go. Make sure you don't have it hanging on the hose, like I mentioned before. These here seem to be working okay, but I'll go ahead and take them off and grease them anyway. You just go ahead and pull it, and it should pop right out. This one's going to get greased, but first I'm going to wipe it off. Get all the old grease off, because there's probably still grease up inside there, but I'm going to put some new fresh grease in there. Push it and it should snap right together. Do the bottom one the same way. Oh, we got some nice black grease in it. Tell it's been used. Wipe it off as well. And I do not know what that there is. It's got a black piece on it. Right here, it's a piece of rubber. The other ones didn't have that I seen, but I'll go ahead and grease it up. Maybe that's to keep the grease from coming out. I don't know. Put it back in there. Now I'm going to put these little plates on. They should just snap up in there like so. Same way with this one. Just push it in there like that. And then just push it down on these lugs right here. And those are in there pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead, and the squeaker part goes on the back. So I'll put that one in after I get the front one on. Now let's see if this fits in there pretty good. Let's see how it's going to go in. Kind of angle it, put it on there. Let's see if it'll slide in. Because these have to fit right, because they got that little groove in them right there. So these have got to go in. I might be able to grind some of this off on the top depending on how much space is there. Okay, that one looks pretty good. I'm going to have to go in there and grind some of this down here on the top because it's not going through there. Now I've ground both sides down, and there it is. It's on. That's exactly what I had to do. I had to shave those down to get them to go on there. Now I'll go ahead and put the back one in, see if I have to shave it down as well. Yep, I'm gonna have to shave this one down as well. So I'll go in there and do that right now. There it is, they fit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out one at a time, grease them, slap them back in there. I'll throw some grease right on this thing right here because this is where they slide at. Right on this square box. Get both sides of it here and on it. There we go. And I'll see if I can get it back in there. That's one. Now the other one. Okay, now they'll pull out real easy. And I should be able to put it right back in really easily. Okay, got it all greased up. See if I can get it back in there. Okay, there it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and compress this piston back up into the caliper, but it actually requires that you have a brake pad, an old brake pad preferably. So I'm going to find something else that goes there because I've already traded mine in. I'm going to use this ratchet. This should be sturdy enough. There it goes. Piston is collapsing back into the caliper. I should be pushing all the fluid back up into the reservoir. But I will check the brake fluid after I'm done. And the brakes shouldn't need bled if you do it this way. That's it. Now the caliper should fit right on there. Just line it up with these right here. You got to push those in to make sure the caliper goes on. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and bolt it up. That right there is as tight as I get it. Whatever this ratchet does, and give it just a hair more. Now I'll go ahead and put the wheel back on it. Now I'll do the other side the exact same way. Hope this helps. Like, comment, subscribe, share with friends. Thanks for watching.